Hey folks, this is Gabe at Security.org, and today we're comparing two newcomers to the home security game, Abode and Scout Alarm. Let's dive in. In today's comparison of Abode and Scout Alarm, I'm going to go over the key similarities, key differences, installation process, professional monitoring, customer support, and mobile applications so you have what you need to get it going. Let's get ready to rumble! If you'd like to see a list of our favorite home security systems, Google Security.org Best Home Security Systems. If you have a question about today's comparison, leave us a comment and I'll get back to you. Let's begin today's comparison of Abode and Scout Alarm, going over some of the key similarities. Now, they both have flexible contracting, allowing for both annual and monthly contracts. They both allow you to self-monitor or spend money on professional monitoring, and they do do-it-yourself installation that allows you to also do tons of your own smart home automation. So lots of integrations with both Abode and Scout Alarm. So now that we've gone over some of the key similarities between Abode and Scout Alarm, let's go over some of those key differences. Now with Abode, you cannot call customer support unless you have a paid option. Whereas with Scout, anyone can call for customer support. So that definitely is a significant difference between the two. The other one is that a Scout allows you to send in your system within 60 days and they'll even pay the shipping costs. So if you decide you're not really feeling Scout, you can just send it back. Whereas with Abode, you're gonna have to pay those shipping costs plus a 20% restocking fee. Now the first element we're gonna check out in our comparison of Abode and Scout Alarm is the installation process. Now, I just want to point out that each of these systems is really incredibly customizable, and there are a host of components you can get for each one, but we're going to focus today on those core components and setting those up. Now, with the Abode, you're just going to want to follow the instructions, and it's pretty straightforward. You take out your hub, you make sure you have that mobile app downloaded and your user name and account created, and you're ready to go. You'll take each component separately and attach it to the hub and your mobile application. So you'll take your door sensor, your motion detector, your key fob, and your indoor security camera and make sure they're all functioning properly. Now with Scout Alarm, I want to be especially specific about making sure you follow the proper outline for how to set it up. If you accidentally take out some batteries beforehand, it can really delay your progress, which is something that we've seen with the Scout Alarm system. You're gonna wanna make sure you go sequentially with each element as you are basically walked through in the mobile application. And that's what's great about Abode and Scout, is that they basically walk you through setting up those systems. So because of the similarities between setting up each system, and I do not think I can really distinguish between the time it took me to do an Abode and a Scout setup, we're gonna actually call this a draw when it comes to the installation process for Abode and Scout Alarm. All right, hold on, quick break. I was wondering, how much do return policies factor into your purchasing decisions for a home security system? If you note, Abode and Scout have very different return policies, and I was wondering if that affects your decision-making process. Leave us a comment below. I'd appreciate to hear your thoughts. All right, let's get back to the video. So now that we discussed the installation process, the next element of comparison for Abode and Scout Alarm will be the professional monitoring services. Now, both of these systems allow you to self-monitor or do professional monitoring. Now, we are big fans of professional monitoring and even bigger fans possibly of cellular backup. And with any paid professional monitoring plan for Scout and Abode, you actually get that cellular backup, which is really important. But let's start with the Abode system and what it offers. Now, Abode gives you that self-monitoring option that we've discussed, but it also gives you on-demand professional monitoring, which is actually pretty cool. For example, if you just want to go away for 3 days, you pay $8 and you get 3 days of professional monitoring. If it's a week, you pay $15. Now, there are other plans available. You can do a $10 a month Connect plan or a $30 a month Secure plan. And that Secure plan gives you premium customer support. It also gives you 90 days of timeline storage, along with, of course, that cellular backup and things like that. So the Abode plan does bode well for Abode. Scout Alarm goes about its professional monitoring package in a different way than Abode. It's actually pretty interesting. They have something that's kind of in between professional monitoring and just purely self-monitoring. They have something called Always On package. It's $9.99, and then they will actually get in touch with a friend or a neighbor without actually calling out to the police or a fire dispatch regarding your particular system, and that's interesting. Separately, if you just want to do the cellular add-on, that's $15.99 a month, and that's just something you can do without actually going the full way to the Always On Plus package. And the Always On Plus is professional monitoring with cellular backup included. So those are the options with the Scout Alarm home security system. Now, the next thing we're going to discuss when going over the professional monitoring services of Abode and Scout Alarm are the contracts. Now, you can sign yearly contracts with both companies and get, some savings from that. And what's great is that if you decide during that period to cancel, you'll be refunded your money on the right basis of whatever it should have been if you were on a monthly contract. And that's the next thing. If you do a monthly contract with Abode or Scout Alarm, you're easy to just up and cancel. But know that if you decide to cancel, Scout Alarm will even prorate you your refund for that month, which is something which is pretty great. Now, the final thing to compare between the two are moving policies. And there's not much to compare here because they're both really easy. They're do-it-yourself systems. So you just pick up your system, move into your new home, make sure you change your settings, and you're ready to go. So when it comes to who we give the nod to between Abode and Scout Alarm for professional monitoring services, well, we're actually going to go with Scout Alarm here. They give you that prorate refund of whatever you don't use if you decide to cancel. And on top of that, they're just significantly cheaper in the long run than the Abode. You're going to save about $120 for full professional monitoring and cellular backup over the course of 1 year with Scout Alarm. Now, the next element of comparison between Abode and Scout Alarm is that customer support. And let's begin here talking about Abode. Abode actually does not give everyone the ability to just call into the support line. You will have to call in or rather email in and ask for a call back if you do the basic free program. If you decide to go one of the paid programs, you'll be tiered in terms of how quickly you can get to an associate. So if you pay for the Connect plan, you'll get through to someone. That's what we were able to do, is get through to someone when we were still on the Connect plan. But if you go with the Secure plan, you'll be placed at the top tier and you should be able to get through to a customer service representative faster. And we just really weren't huge fans of that. We didn't think that's the way that things should go. Anyone should be able to call in and get support when they need it. Now, with Scout Alarm, anyone can call in at any point and you'll be sure to get someone on the phone eventually with Scout Alarm. So those are the first two things that we wanted to note between Abode and Scout Alarm. As I've probably made clear in each of their respective reviews, I wasn't a huge fan of neither Abode or Scout Alarm's customer support personally. So what do? I turn to Amazon and see what people are saying in those reviews. Now, Abode has a 4.7 out of 5 stars on Amazon, and people seem to generally enjoy the experiences they have with the Abode system. Now, the Abode system, of course, does require you to pay for that top tier customer support, but people that got it seem to like it. Now, with the Scout Alarm system, it only has a 3.5 out of 5 stars on Amazon, which isn't bad, but it's also not great. And the reviews that mentioned customer support were very mixed. We saw some people had fantastic, wonderful, great customer support experiences, and other people were like, no, not good, bad, terrible. So we really had a mixed bag in terms of reviews for the Scout Alarm home security system. So when it comes to choosing a winner for customer support, I'm just gonna go ahead and go with Abode because of their superior Amazon rating and the fact that those people who talked about it in the Amazon reviews seem to enjoy it more so than those in the Scout Alarm home security system. All right, so the last element we're gonna take a look at today between Abode and Scout Alarm is the mobile application. Mobile application is where you live stream your footage, check out what you put in the cloud, and just generally arm and disarm your system. So you want this to function well. So let's start with the Abode app. So it is here that you will set up your home automation so you can do these cool smart home integrations, and where you'll disarm and arm your system along with just live stream your footage. And people seem to enjoy the experience in the Abode mobile app. You get a 4.2 in the Google Play Store and a 3.1 in the Apple App Store. Now, the Scout app, on the other hand, has a 3.6 in the Google Play Store and a 3.3 in the Apple App Store. The issue that we see is that a lot of people said a recent update caused the app to crash every time that they opened it, and that's something you don't want when using a home security system. So now you want to know which one did I choose, because ultimately they average out to a very similar number, but we're actually going to give the edge to the Abode home security app because of the people's actual reviews of the app itself were much more positive. Let's do a recap of what we covered in today's comparison of the Abode and Scout Alarm home security systems. Installation, we actually called it a draw between Abode and Scout Alarm. Just make sure you follow those instructions correctly. Professional monitoring, here we give the win to Scout Alarm home security system because over the course of a year, they're gonna be about $120 cheaper than Abode, and that comes with that full professional monitoring and cellular backup. Customer support, this was a tough one. We actually gave the nod to Abode, but just barely. They have a premium support line that does allow you to get in touch with them directly and seems to be more useful for consumers than that one of Scout Alarm. Mobile application, we gave the slight nod here to Abode. Abode and Scout actually have similar numbers when you average them out, but people's experiences with Abode seem to be more positive recently. All right, now if you've been paying attention, you know that Abode slightly edges Scout Alarm in our head-to-head today. Now with Abode, you'll note that you get a better customer support team as long as you pay for it, and you get a better mobile application. While with Scout, you're gonna get a significantly cheaper professional monitoring system over the course of a year. Now, honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with either system if you're looking for an affordable home security system. So that concludes today's comparison of the Abode and Scout Alarm home security systems. If you appreciate today's video, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. As always, I'm Gabe at Security Baron. Be secure.